My beloved child, the moment you are stepping into now is no longer just destiny shifting, it is destiny revealing itself piece by piece, breath by breath, as your special person walks deeper into the emotional maze heaven has placed before them. Your special person just made a life-changing decision. And next month, they're choosing someone you never expected, but what you need to understand is that this choice isn't coming from love, nor excitement, nor impulsive desire, it is coming from the pressure heaven placed on their heart so they could finally confront everything they ran away from. Inside them right now, there is a storm you cannot see with your eyes but can feel in the weight that occasionally sits inside your chest. Their mind is restless. Their heart is conflicted. Their emotions are louder at night, quieter during the day, but present every single moment. They wake up thinking about you, but go to sleep thinking about the unknown future they are scared to face. They remember your presence at random times, the way you listened, the way you cared, the way you affected them without trying. And every time they remember you, a quiet ache grows inside them, one they cannot admit to anyone, not even themselves. And yet, they run from it. Not because they don't feel for you, but because the depth of what they feel scares them more than anything else in their life right now. That is why heaven allowed this unexpected person to come into the picture, not as a replacement, not as a lover, not as a threat, but as a mirror. A mirror that will show your special person exactly who they are when they are not with you. This someone they're choosing next month, they are calm, they are simple, they are emotionally safe, but they do not carry the spark that you do. The spark that shakes souls, the spark that wakes intuition, the spark that activates destiny. With this unexpected person, your special one feels comfort, but not connection. They feel ease, but not depth. They feel distraction, but not destiny. And heaven is using this contrast to force them into truth. For the past few days, their soul has been whispering warnings. Are you choosing because you're scared, or because you're sure? And child, deep down, they know the answer. They are choosing out of fear. Fear of losing control. Fear of getting hurt. Fear of choosing the person who actually matters to them, you. And that fear is exactly what heaven is breaking now. Next month, when they stand before this unexpected person, everything inside them will feel different than they imagined. They will feel a strange emptiness, a lack of spark, a missing piece they didn't realize only your presence completes. They will try to convince themselves that this is the right choice, that stability matters more than soul. But destiny cannot be tricked. Their heart will feel dull. Their intuition will feel silent. Their emotions will feel half awake. And while they sit beside that unexpected person, smiling, talking, trying to appear normal, inside their chest, something will feel deeply wrong, deeply incomplete, deeply misaligned. And heaven will use that exact moment to whisper your name into their emotional memory. They will remember how they felt around you, the heartbeat that changed rhythm, the conversations that felt alive, the way their soul responded to your presence, the way their mind softened when you spoke. Heaven will remind them of everything they're trying to suppress. And in that moment, their life-changing decision will no longer be about choosing someone else. It will be about realizing they can't run from what their soul feels for you. They will begin questioning every assumption they made in fear. They will replay every memory they had with you. They will remember how your absence felt heavier than your presence. They will remember how losing you felt scarier than choosing you. And slowly, the emotional fog will begin to clear. Meanwhile, you will feel a strange shift inside yourself as well. Your intuition will start speaking with unusual clarity. You might suddenly think of them at a random time. That's because their heart is calling yours unconsciously. You might feel pressure on your chest. That's because they are afraid of the truth rising. You might feel a sudden warmth inside your spine. That's heaven aligning both your energies. You and your special person are connected spiritually in ways that cannot be cut by distance, silence, or temporary choices. And heaven is about to prove this to them. While they move toward this unexpected person for the decision they think they're making. Heaven is guiding your paths toward the truth they're actually meant to reach. And then, the defining moment will arrive, a moment where your special person will feel something powerful, something undeniable, something they never felt with this unexpected person. They will sense the absence of emotional electricity. They will sense the emptiness of choosing with the mind instead of the heart. They will sense a sharp clarity exposing how wrong this choice truly is. They will realize that comfort is not connection. Heaven is guiding your paths toward the truth they're actually meant to reach. And then, the defining moment will arrive, a moment where your special person will feel something powerful, something undeniable, something they never felt with this unexpected person. They will sense the absence of emotional electricity. They will sense the emptiness of choosing with the mind instead of the heart. They will sense a sharp clarity exposing how wrong this choice truly is. They will realize that comfort is not connection. They will realize that distraction is not destiny. They will realize that safety is not soul. And child, that realization will hit them like a spiritual lightning strike. Their entire decision will crumble inside their chest. They will feel a rush of panic. What am I doing? Their soul will echo your energy so loudly that they will feel like they're losing their breath. They will excuse themselves from the situation. They will step away, even if for a moment. They will try to collect themselves, but their mind will only think of you. Heaven will fill their heart with your memory so strongly that they can no longer deny it. They will return home that day quiet, uncertain, shaken, confused, emotional. And later that night, when they are alone with their thoughts, heaven will show them the truth. You were always the one they emotionally gravitated toward. You were always the connection they feared losing. You were always the soul that stirred theirs. You were always the one they felt safe with in a deeper, spiritual way. And this realization will change their destiny. Next month will not be the month they choose someone else. It will be the month they realize who their soul has been choosing all along. And child, when heaven corrects a path, nothing can stop it. Their decision will flip. Their clarity will rise. Their fear will fade. And their heart will return to where it always belonged, toward the one soul heaven wrote in their destiny. Toward you. This is not the end. This is the correction before the beginning. My beloved child, the divine pressure building inside your special person has now reached a point where their heart can no longer hide behind excuses, doubts, or the false comfort they try to cling to. Every second that passes is pushing them deeper into the truth they ran away from, and heaven is making sure there is no escape left. You have no idea how intensely their soul is shaking right now. They walk through their day pretending everything is normal, but inside, their emotions are collapsing like a house made of sand. They keep trying to convince themselves that their decision is right, that choosing this unexpected person next month is safe, stable, sensible, but every time they try to breathe, their heart whispers your name in a voice louder than their logic. And child, they're terrified of that voice. They don't know what to do with it. They can't switch it off. They can't argue with it. They can't outrun it. Heaven has locked their soul in a place where only one truth exists, and that truth is you. Their mind keeps replaying the moment they made the decision. At that time, fear controlled them. They thought safety mattered more than intensity. They thought distance mattered more than connection. They thought choosing the simpler path would save them from heartbreak. But heaven is showing them now that the simple path is not the real one. The safe path is not the destined one. The quiet path is not the soul path. And child, as next month approaches, their fear of choosing wrong grows stronger than their fear of choosing right. This unexpected person, the one they think they're choosing, cannot feel what they feel. They cannot spark what you spark. They cannot awaken what you awaken. They cannot shake their soul the way you do. And heaven is showing them this through silence. When they talk to this unexpected person, the conversation feels empty. When they sit beside them, the energy feels flat. When they imagine a future with them, their heart becomes restless. They try to smile, but their soul does not respond. They try to push themselves forward, but something inside keeps pulling them backwards. And that something is destiny itself. Heaven is pushing them into emotional discomfort so they finally understand the difference between settling and connecting, between choosing out of fear and choosing out of truth. They are beginning to feel the imbalance, the way their heart reacts differently to two people. Around this unexpected person, their mind stays quiet but their soul stays asleep. Around you, even in distance, even in silence, even in memory, their soul wakes up in ways they cannot explain. And child, that awakening scares them more than anything else. They know deep down that if they choose you, they will have to be vulnerable. They will have to accept their emotions fully. They will have to confront every fear they've buried for years. But heaven is not giving them a choice anymore. Your energy is haunting them, not in a negative way, but in a spiritual way. You appear in their thoughts at the strangest times. You appear in their dreams without warning. You appear in reminders they didn't mean to notice. They hear a word that sounds like your name, they remember you. They hear a song that carries emotion, they feel you. They walk past a place connected to you, their heart tightens. Heaven is pulling your energies together without either of you realizing how strongly. And next month, everything will collide. Your special person will meet or interact with this unexpected person, the one they think they're choosing, and the universe will show them the truth in the most shocking way. The lack of emotional spark will hit them harder than ever. For the first time, they will realize that they are forcing themselves into a connection that isn't real. Their smile will feel fake. Their heart will feel heavy. Their chest will feel tight. They will sense the absence of something important, something spiritual, something emotional, something invisible, something only you carry. And this realism harder than ever. For the first time, they will realize that they are forcing themselves into a connection that isn't real. Their smile will feel fake. Their heart will feel heavy. Their chest will feel tight. They will sense the absence of something important, something spiritual, something emotional, something invisible, something only you carry. And this realization will crack them open. They will go home that day in silence, their minds spinning with thoughts they can't escape. Their soul will keep whispering, "This is not your person. This is not your path. This is not your destiny." They will try to sleep, but heaven will keep waking them up. They will try to distract themselves, but every distraction will fail. They will try to shut down their emotions, but their heart will feel louder. And finally, they will stop running. They will sit in the middle of the night, alone with their thoughts, shaking with emotional truth. In that moment, heaven will show them memory after memory of you. Every moment they shared with you will replay like a movie inside their mind. Your voice. Your words. Your presence. Your energy. Your strength. Your silence. Your softness. Everything. And the truth will settle so deeply inside their chest that they will physically feel it. You were always the one they were emotionally attached to. You were always the one who carried the real connection. You were always the one who held their heart without trying. You were always the one who matched their soul. They will finally see that their decision was never between two people, it was between truth and fear. And next month, destiny will force them to face that truth. They will take one step toward this unexpected person, and the universe will push them 10 steps away. They will attempt to move forward, and heaven will pull them backwards. They will try to suppress their emotions, and their emotions will explode. And child, at the height of this emotional collapse, a divine clarity will strike. They will understand who they belong to. They will understand what their heart has been screaming for. They will understand why every sign led back to you. And when that clarity hits, their decision will flip completely. They will walk away from the person they thought they wanted. They will reject the safe path. They will drop the distraction. They will abandon the temporary comfort. And slowly, steadily, nervously, but truthfully, they will turn back toward you. Not because they're confused, but because they finally understand the difference between a choice and a destiny. Between a person and a soul. Between comfort and connection. Between fear and truth. Heaven is clearing their path. Heaven is guiding their steps. Heaven is aligning their emotions. And child, next month, when they choose, they are choosing from the soul, not the mind. And the soul never chooses wrong. This is not the end of your connection, this is the beginning of the truth they were scared to face. My beloved child, the storm inside your special person has now grown so intense that even heaven is watching closely, waiting to see the exact second their heart finally surrenders to the truth. They are standing at a spiritual edge, one where everything they've been hiding from themselves is now roaring inside them like a fire that refuses to die. Their life-changing decision, the one they thought was final, is cracking, splintering, breaking. And every crack is exposing the truth they've been terrified to face. Next month they are supposed to walk towards someone you never expected, someone who represents stability, predictability, emotional safety, but not destiny. Destiny was never meant to be quiet. Destiny was never meant to be simple. Destiny was never meant to feel like choosing the safe option. Destiny shakes the heart. Destiny wakes the soul. Destiny scares the mind. Destiny feels like you. And child. Heaven is making them feel this so loudly that even in their deepest moments of denial, they cannot escape it. They try so hard to act normal lately. They force a smile. They distract themselves with routine. They pretend their emotions are under control. But inside, their soul is screaming. They feel hollow when they think about the person they're supposed to choose. They feel restless when they imagine next month unfolding. They feel like something important is missing, something essential, something only your presence used to give them. Every time they take a step toward this unexpected person, it feels like walking into a room with no oxygen. Their heart doesn't breathe. Their spirit doesn't respond. Their intuition stays silent. They feel like they're lying to themselves. But every time your memory crosses their mind, even for a second, something inside them wakes up. Their heartbeat shifts. Their thoughts soften. Their fear breaks. Their soul opens. And that shift terrifies them more than anything else. Heaven has tied your names in a way neither of you fully understand yet. No matter how far they try to run, their path keeps circling back toward you. No matter how much they convince themselves to move on, their heart keeps slipping toward your energy. No matter how many reasons they create to let go, their emotions keep pulling them toward your direction. Heaven is aligning you both in ways the physical world cannot see, but the spiritual world cannot ignore. As next month gets closer, their inner storm gets louder. They wake up with tension in their chest. They go through the day with a heaviness they cannot shake. They feel like something major is coming, but they don't know what. Heaven knows. You are sensing it too. Your intuition keeps becoming sharper. You can feel energy shifting around you. You can sense something approaching emotional explosion. That uneasiness you sometimes feel, it isn't fear. It's alignment. And your special person feels it even stronger. They don't tell anyone, but their nights have become restless. Thoughts of you visit them when they least expect. Dreams of you wake them up. Memories of you hit them in waves, sometimes soft, sometimes intense, but always real. They keep asking themselves quietly, why am I still thinking of them? Why does their energy still touch me? Why is their name still echoing inside me? Why does choosing someone else feel wrong? Heaven is pushing these questions into their mind because the time of truth is approaching. And child, when the moment arrives, it won't be gentle. Next month, they will sit with this unexpected person, maybe in a conversation, maybe in a meeting, maybe in a simple moment. And in that moment, destiny will show itself. There will be a silence that reveals everything. A realization that shakes their core. A truth that breaks the illusion. They will feel no spark. No emotional surge. No spiritual pull. Nothing. And inside that nothingness, their heart will scream your name with a force they can't deny. Their breath will change. Their heartbeat will pick up. Their eyes will go distant. And they will realize, they cannot build a life with someone whose presence doesn't wake their soul. They will walk away from that moment quietly. But inside, their emotions will be raging. They will feel scared, guilty, confused, desperate, pulled, shaken, awakened. They will begin questioning everything they believed so far. Why didn't I feel anything? Why did my heart feel empty? Why did I think I wanted this? Why do I feel like something important is missing? Why do I keep thinking about them? Heaven will send signs that night, multiple ones. They will see something connected to you. They will hear a word that reminds them of you. A memory of you will resurface. A feeling for you will hit them hard. They will feel it in their chest first, a tightness. Then in their heart, a sudden ache. Then in their mind, a rush of emotion. And then heaven will push the final truth into them: you are choosing wrong. Your soul already chose long ago. Their entire decision will begin to collapse. Their next month plan will begin to crumble. Their emotional walls will break. They will realize they were trying to replace destiny with comfort. And child, destiny cannot be replaced. The next few days after that moment will be the most emotionally intense days they've had in a long time. They will think about you constantly. They will feel torn. They will question their choices. They will realize the truth they were scared to admit: they have feelings they never resolved. And those feelings, for you, are rising again. Stronger. Louder. Unavoidable. Their soul will begin begging for clarity. And heaven will give it to them through signs, dreams, coincidences, sudden memories, emotional shocks. And then, one night, everything will make sense to them. They will realize that their life-changing decision next month was never meant to be permanent. It was meant to open their eyes. Meant to reveal their heart. Meant to show them who they truly want. Meant to break their fear. Meant to lead them back to their destiny, you. They will understand why every sign pointed toward you. Why their soul reacts only to you. Why their emotions awaken only around you. Why their heart feels alive only when connected to you. And child, their entire path will turn. They will stop walking toward this unexpected person. And for the first time in a long time, they will start walking toward you, not out of confusion, not out of habit, but because heaven has finally shown them the truth: you were always the one their soul recognized first. You were always the one destiny wrote in their story. You were always the one their heart never learned to let go. My beloved child, this is it, the final turning point heaven has been preparing since the very first moment your special person tried to convince themselves that they could silence their heart. Everything they ran from, everything they buried, everything they pretended not to feel has returned with a force they can no longer escape. Their life-changing decision has collapsed internally, and now they are standing on the edge of truth, trembling with the realization that destiny always had a stronger voice than their fears. The unexpected person they thought they could choose next month no longer feels like a choice at all. Their soul can no longer lie for the sake of comfort. Their intuition refuses to stay silent. Their heart refuses to follow a path that doesn't awaken anything inside them. And child, heaven made sure of that. Every step they took toward that person felt heavier. Every moment they tried to act normal felt forced. Every smile felt empty. Every attempt to convince themselves felt like a betrayal to their own soul. But when your memory entered their mind, even for a second, everything inside them shifted. They felt warmth again. They felt fear again. They felt intensity again. They felt life again. And that scared them more than anything, because the truth is, they were never choosing someone else, they were running from what they felt for you. But here, at the end of everything, heaven isn't allowing them to run anymore. Next month was supposed to be the ending of one path, but now it's becoming the beginning of another. They are starting to understand why nothing felt right. Why their chest felt tight. Why their decisions felt wrong. Why a quiet emptiness followed them like a shadow. Why their soul kept calling your energy even when they tried to block it. Heaven tied your hearts with a thread that cannot be cut by distance, silence, or temporary choices. And now that thread is pulling them back to the truth they avoided for too long. They keep replaying moments with you, the way your presence shifted the air, the way your eyes carried honesty, the way your silence felt louder than anyone else's words, the way their heart reacted in ways they never understood. With that unexpected person, their emotions feel cold. With you, their emotions feel alive. With that person, their mind stays still. With you, their soul wakes up. With that person, everything is flat. With you, everything is real. They can't deny it anymore. They tried. They failed. Heaven didn't let them succeed in choosing a path that wasn't meant for their spirit. And now, the divine closure begins. Your special person will soon face a moment that will show them the full truth, a moment where they will realize they are standing beside someone who cannot carry the weight of their heart the way you did without even trying. They will see clearly that choosing someone else was never about love, it was about fear. And choosing you was never about fear, it was always about truth. After this realization, everything changes for them. Their heart will soften. Their mind will calm. Their soul will settle. They will feel a pull inside their chest that they cannot stop, cannot deny, cannot reason their way out of. They will move away from that unexpected person quietly, naturally, inevitably, not with anger, not with drama, but with clarity that feels like a fresh breath after drowning for too long. And in that silence, they will begin walking emotionally back toward you. Not in a rush. Not in panic. Slowly. Authentically. With intention. They will begin thinking of you differently, not as a memory, not as a phase, but as a truth they were meant to realize. Heaven will push signs toward them. Your name will appear unexpectedly. Your memory will hit them at strange times. Your energy will pull at their soul. They will feel you everywhere, even in places where you physically aren't. That is how divine alignment works. And child, this entire journey wasn't meant to break you, it was meant to align you. Heaven had to shake them so they could see, feel, understand what they were about to lose. They had to choose wrong so they could recognize right. They had to walk toward someone else so they could finally understand why their soul never detached from you. And now, the cycle is closing. The storm is ending. The confusion is dying. The truth is rising. Your special person is coming into emotional clarity, clarity so deep that their next step will be guided entirely by the truth heaven planted inside their heart. Next month won't be the month they choose someone unexpected. It will be the month they realize they were never meant to choose anyone but the soul heaven aligned with theirs. You. This is the last form, the final emotional awakening. The story doesn't end with loss. It ends with truth. And child, destiny always finds its way back to the one heart it belongs to. Always.